He wasn't talented. He knew that much. While others in his class seemed to grasp concepts effortlessly, he sat in the back, scribbling notes that barely made sense. He watched them answer questions with confidence, their hands shooting up before the professor even finished speaking. He never raised his hand, not because he didn't try to understand, but because understanding came slowly to him, like water seeping through stone. In his first year of university, he failed 2 exams, not catastrophically, but enough to make him question whether he belonged there at all. His parents had sacrificed to send him. He couldn't afford to waste their money on mediocrity. So he made a decision that felt almost embarrassingly simple. He would show up every single day. Same desk, same time, same routine. He didn't announce it to anyone. He didn't post about it. He just did it. At first, it felt pointless. He'd sit in the library at 6 in the morning, the only one there besides the janitor. The silence was uncomfortable. His mind wandered. He'd read the same paragraph 4 times and retain nothing. But he stayed. 2 hours every morning before class. No exceptions. Not on weekends, not on holidays, not when he felt good, not when he felt terrible. The routine didn't care about his feelings. His classmates noticed, but not in the way he'd hoped. They thought it was excessive. One of them, a guy everyone admired for his natural intelligence, laughed when he saw him in the library on a Sunday morning. "You're wasting your time, man. Either you get it or you don't." He shrugged and went back to his notes. He didn't argue. He didn't try to explain. He just kept going. Months passed. The results didn't come quickly. His grades improved, but only slightly. He went from failing to barely passing, from barely passing to average. It wasn't impressive. No one congratulated him, no one noticed. But he noticed. He could feel something shifting inside him, something small and quiet. Concepts that once seemed impossible started to make sense, not because he was suddenly smarter, but because he'd seen them so many times that they became familiar. By the end of his second year, he was no longer struggling. He wasn't at the top of his class, but he wasn't at the bottom either. He was somewhere in the middle, unremarkable and invisible. The talented students were still ahead of him. They still answered questions faster. They still impressed professors. But something else was happening that no one else saw. While they relied on bursts of inspiration, he relied on repetition. While they crammed the night before exams, he reviewed materials he'd already gone over a dozen times. His third year began, and the pattern continued. Same routine, same discipline. No excitement, no breakthroughs, just the steady, boring accumulation of knowledge. He started to notice cracks in the armor of his talented peers. Some of them stopped showing up to lectures. Others complained about burnout. A few switched majors entirely, saying they'd lost interest. He didn't judge them. He understood. Motivation is exhausting. It demands constant renewal. Consistency doesn't. Consistency is just a promise you keep to yourself when no one else is paying attention. One of his professors pulled him aside after class. She'd been watching him, she said, not because he was brilliant, but because he was reliable. She offered him a research assistant position. It wasn't prestigious, it didn't pay much, but it was something. He accepted. The work was repetitive. Data entry, formatting references, organizing files, the kind of tasks that made other students quit after a week. He didn't quit. He showed up. Same time, same effort, same lack of complaints. The talented students from his first year started to fade from his awareness. Some graduated early and landed impressive internships. Others burned out and disappeared. A few coasted on their natural abilities, doing just enough to get by. He didn't compare himself to them anymore. He wasn't competing. He was just building. Brick by brick, day by day. No fanfare, no applause. By his final year, something strange happened. He started getting opportunities. Not because he was the smartest, but because people trusted him. Professors recommended him for projects. Peers asked him for help. He became known not for his intelligence, but for his reliability. He was the one who finished what he started, the one who didn't need to be reminded, the one who showed up even when it was inconvenient. Graduation came quietly. No honors, no awards, just a degree and a job offer from a mid-sized firm. It wasn't glamorous, it wasn't the kind of offer that made headlines, but it was real, and it was his. He started the job the same way he'd approached university, same routine, same discipline. While others chased promotions and tried to impress managers, he focused on doing his work well, every day, without exception. Years passed. The firm grew. People came and went. The talented ones, the charismatic ones, the ones everyone thought would succeed, most of them moved on. Some found better opportunities, some couldn't handle the grind, some simply lost interest. He stayed, not out of loyalty or fear, but because staying was part of the routine, and the routine had never failed him. One morning, a decade after he'd started, he was offered a senior position, not because he dazzled anyone, not because he'd networked or played politics, but because when the company needed someone dependable, someone who wouldn't quit when things got hard, his name made the only sense. He accepted without celebration. It felt like the natural result of a process he'd started years ago in a quiet library at 6 in the morning. He thought back to that classmate who'd laughed at him, the one who said you either get it or you don't. He didn't look him up. It didn't matter. The truth he'd learned wasn't about being better than anyone else. It was simpler than that. Talent opens doors, but consistency keeps them open. Motivation gets you started, but routine gets you finished. He still woke up early. He still followed the same patterns, not because he had to, but because it was who he'd become. The person who showed up, the person who didn't need applause or validation, the person who understood that most of life isn't about dramatic transformations or sudden breakthroughs. It's about the small, boring, unremarkable choices you make when no one is watching. And those choices, repeated over years, build something that no amount of talent can replicate. He wasn't special. He'd never be special. But he was consistent. And in the end, that was enough.